Hi guys, I missed you all. Welcome back. Gonna get all gloved up and we're gonna go in and check on these nukes, see how they're doing. We might even find some queens today. That would be absolutely wonderful. If we find that they're laying eggs, we'll go ahead and mark them. This is an exciting day. Let's hope it continues to be good. We'll see what these girls have done. So they're already starting to buzz around me and wonder what I'm doing here because I don't look like a bee. Only the yellow gloves do. And by the way, if you guys need some good gloves, go check out Chickabee. He's awesome, really good gloves. I love these. Great gloves. And so we're going to start here with our blue nuke. See if I can get this so you can see. And I've got my smoker coming here very shortly. See if I can get you guys a little closer this time. That way you can get a really good shot of what's going on here. So I think what I'm going to do is do everybody down here on the ground floor on this video, and if I'm not too hot after that, we'll go up and see about maybe hive number 3 and 4 to see if they've made their queen yet and if we see eggs in there. So that's where we're at. How we doing with that smoker? Doesn't look too good. Well, I'm just going to get on with my business here. Move you down just a little bit. Perfect. So let's go ahead and see what's going on in here. Hopefully we see eggs, but if we don't, we could see a queen or a virgin queen. So let's see what's happening. They're happy today. The sun is shining. Look at that. They're building out that comb so nicely. They're getting ready because they know they're going to have a queen. Working awful hard they are. Look at that. Aren't they magnificent? So I have decided to go bigger. You figure they say go big or go home? Well, these bees in my backyard are not causing any problems at all. So I am going to push the envelope a little bit, and I'm going to order one more hive. And so there is, okay, let me show you this. I don't know if you could see them. See this one right here? With the great big eyeballs? That one is a drone. That's a boy bee. You see the difference between the girl bees and the boy bees? The boys are plump and fat, and they've got huge eyes. So let me go ahead and lay this one down, since we don't need it right now. Okay, now he's got me the smoker. Let me grab that. We'll give him just a little bit of smoke here. Oops, top too long. Where's that back up? Okay. So we got our smoker now. Probably should have got the guard beads at the front here. Get them to calm down a little for me. Let's see what we can find. They're making a very nice humming noise. Let's check this side first. Well, we have a chewed out queen cell there, if you can see it. I think you can probably spot it right here. That's all chewed out. I don't need that anymore. Then we've got 1, 2, 3 queen cups down here in the bottom that are empty. So that tells me very possibly our queen is in here somewhere. Now she won't be marked. She could be out on a mating flight right now. I'm seeing some drones. Let's see if I can spot a queen or a virgin queen in here. Keep your eyes open, guys, if you know what you're looking for. There's a great big drone. You see that big drone right there on the edge? And I'm not seeing any eggs so far, but it is still kind of soon. They are not wanting to move. Okay, so they're putting nectar in there. Why am I smelling gasoline all of a sudden? Probably from the thruway. That's kind of weird. That's a lot. Huh. Okay, so they're building this out. There's no eggs in there. And this side, they're working hard building this out. They've capped over some honey here. Let's see if I can spot a virgin queen anywhere. Today she'd be smart to be out flying. Get her mated to get her back here if she's here. So if we don't see any eggs, don't see anything, any signs of a queen that's actually here, we are just going to wait a little bit longer because this hive should have a queen by now. Otherwise, they'd be making a queen out of what they had, and they haven't. Okay, I don't see anything here. And I don't see, let me double check this. I don't think I see any brood in here, and that's not good. So if there's no brood in this box, we should try to get some brood in here so these girls don't want to take off. All right, I'm going to take this one out of here because it's probably the least worked here. I'll go ahead and put these guys back in. I know, you don't like that. Alright, let's set that one aside. And I'm going to end up, maybe I'll go into Ethel's hive and see if we can find a, I'm going to make sure I spot Ethel first though. See if we can find a nice capped frame of brood for these guys. And I do not see anybody in here. Alright, so let's go ahead and we will push this back to the center, this one, on the outside because it's got a whole lot of nothing. And push these guys open. We'll find a nice frame of brood and stick it down in the center of this. So if they still haven't made a queen, they can start making a new one. And if they already have one and maybe she's out flying or whatever, at least they'll have some brood that will keep them in the hive. They won't take off on me. Alright, so let's go over to Ethel's hive and see what we can find. Ethel's always got good stuff. Wait until you see this queen. The way that she lays is just amazing. Alright, let me see if I can get you to a position where you can see. It's hard to see the screen here. I think you can see there. Let me grab my smoker. My little feeder here. Oh boy, they made a lot of mess here. Let's see. Give them a little smoke down here. Boy, girls, what in the world are you doing? Wax everywhere. I think you're still, yeah. You can see me. I can't see my screen is the problem. I think you can see there. Go ahead and take this off. You give them a little bit of smoke. I gotta be able to see this screen. Okay, there. Follow it down. Kind of hard to see through the veil. I still can't see if you guys can see, but I have a feeling you can, so we're gonna run with it. Okay, so let's go ahead and open these guys up. Lots of nice wax here. Man, she's doing great. We're gonna have to put a super on this one. I don't see any hive beetles. No hive beetles. Alright. Man, she's really going to town. But that's Ethel for you. Come on, girls, move off that wax. Put it up there for now, just to get it out of the way. I think I wish I put my cooling vest on today. I didn't. Watch out, girlies. Get off the wax. Come on. Alright. Let's give them just a little bit of smoke here. Oh no, you don't like it. I apologize. We got a good amount of bees going in and out today. That means the flow is on. Very nice. Come on, get off the wax. And they climb right back on. There's nobody on there. Let me get it. There you go, girlies. Go ahead and put that up there. Yeah, so I was watching an interesting TV show. It was called Fat Guys in the Woods. It was, let's see, season 1, episode 6. And it was really cool. I never really thought of, it sounds gross, but I never really thought of bees themselves being something that could actually sustain you if you needed it. And they found, well, I'm not going to ruin the whole thing. So watch it, guys, and see what happens in that show. It was pretty good. All right, let me see. Now I can see the screen a little bit. There we go. Hey, you, go get on the veil. I'm ticking the bees off. Remember how you got stung in the neck the other day? Let's go. Get a veil on. I'm being bossy, but I love you. I don't want you to get stung again. He's outside doing yard work, and I had just riled up the bees, and he got stung in the neck twice. But, I mean, that's to be, you know, that's to be expected. They're ticked off, and they're going to go for any human they find. Oh, wow, guys. I'll tell you, this queen is amazing. This hive is amazing. Look at all the nectar, guys. Can you see that shining in the sun? And they've got pollen in these little holes here. Just beautiful. What a wonderful job. I'm going to have to definitely get them a super. So I'm going to pull one frame of eggs from them. Make sure my queen is not on it. I'm going to put it in that other nuke. Oh yeah, look at those eggs. You guys see down in there? You see those eggs in there? She is an amazing queen. And there she is. There's our little buddy right there. Can you see her? That's Ethel. See how beautiful Ethel is? Let me go ahead and get a clip real quick and carefully, because we don't want to hurt Ethel. I'm going to just pick her up so that when I move, there. Did I get her? Okay. Ethel's now inside that clip. So now I can go ahead and move any frame that I'd like to the nuke because I know I'm not going to move Ethel. So that's awesome. And I might even mark her again while I'm in here. Now that's the one that's going to that nuke. You see that? Look at that dark. We've got all that dark brood here. This is going to emerge pretty soon. And this is all honey out here, and we've got some pollen here. This would be a beautiful one to put in our nuke. Look at that. The other side. Ethel's amazing. Look at that, guys. All right, that one's going to the nuke. All right, let's go over there. So I'm going to slide that right down in the middle of this nuke. Very carefully. I'll make all those bees stay with that. There we go. Now, they're going to be very happy with all that in there. I'm going to give it a little bit of smoke. Just to kind of all make them smell kind of the same. We'll go ahead and put this nuke back together here. They're going to be staying in there now because now they have babies. Awesome! Alright, I think we need to work on Ethel just a little bit here. Ethel needs more, whoops. This unlevel ground is a little bit of a problem down here. Alright. Okay, so now we can move. Let's put Ethel back down in there. Open it up. Hopefully she just pulls right back out of there. Yeah, I'm not going to mark her. I forgot. That's okay. I know she's in there. I know she's good, and I can find her again pretty easily. So now I'm going to very carefully close this back up. Very, very carefully. Alright, I need to put this frame back in. These girls are working this really fast. Fantastic. Alright, so we need to go over to my big pile of stuff over here. We need to search out a frame. Whoop. We need to search out. Oh, it's going to fall. Guys, I'm really sorry. My tripods are a little hard to deal with out here on this carpet. Let me put it upwards just a little bit more. All right, time to lean it against something. Here we go. See if we can just stick it in here and put you guys up here farther. I'm so sorry. The phone is heavy is what's going on, and when I bend it forward, the whole thing wants to fall over on me. So trying to make it stay where it's supposed to. It's a little difficult. All right, see if we can put it here. All right, so I've got to search through these, and I've got to find. Okay, here's a super. Let's see if we can find a super that has some drawn comb in it. That way, Ethel will be on her way to making us honey pretty quick. Okay, it's not that one. Not that one. I'm going to have to do the whole pile. Okay, here. We need these for Ethel's hive, so I'm going to put those in there quick. I'll be right back. Okay, we only needed one. All right, and as you can see, I've waxed these really, really well. I've added more wax than what is on them from the factory. So make sure that you use real beeswax and you wax your frames really, really good. All right, let's see. Gotta keep taking these apart until I find what I need here. Let's see, I know I had some that had drawn comb on it. Nope, these are just waxed. Go ahead and keep searching here. Okay, these two are deeps, so that's not going to help me. Let me go up to this big pile here. Pull this one off. Let's see what we got here. This is all just waxed, no comb. Let's see. Got to be some here that has some drawn comb. Let's transfer this other pile here. A lot of this beekeeping stuff is moving around equipment. Be prepared. How about this one? Nope. Now that one looks promising because, yep, that's the one I'm looking for. And the way I know that is these frames are darker here on the top. See them? So that means that I used them last year. And they have some drawn out comb. So I'm going to go ahead and use that. We're going to put that in with Ethel. I'm going to move you guys back over there and then I'm going to come grab that box. Now they don't have it all drawn, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and give them sugar water too. So here's that box. Grab it. All right, Ethel crew, getting you all set up. Time to get to work. Also got to fix this hive. It's kind of out of balance. It's like leaning to the right a little bit. I think it came off the thing in the back. Let me see if I can get it. I don't think I can without taking it all apart. But they seem happy, so I'm not going to worry about it. And the water is still run out the front, so that's good. All right, let's see here. Next project. Get these evened up. Let's see if I can move it down here. Oh, I got it. All right. Now this hive isn't tottering at all, which is good. All right, let's put a top on here. And I am going to smoke the top of this, and the reason for that is I don't want any bees stuck up here. So I don't want any bees in this little compartment up here. All right, let's go ahead and move this. Good, now there's nobody in there. Okay, so next I am going to take this feeder. I'm going to open this feeder up and I'm going to set it right down in there. And actually there's some bees in there. I'm going to put it over that center hole, remove the smoker because it's getting me in the face. See if I can move you guys up a little bit. There you go. Now that we got that in there, I've made some 1-to-1 sugar syrup we're going to put in there. All right, so we'll fill that up. Now I'm giving these guys sugar syrup until they have those, that top super that I just gave them, which is where they store honey, until they've got that wax all drawn out. And when they get close to having that all drawn out, I'll pull the sugar so they're not filling it all full of sugar, because we want real honey, not sugar water. All right. So let's put the top back on them. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put the beetle traps in, but it's okay because I didn't see any beetles in there anyway. Next time I go in there, I'll put their beetle traps back in because I can't move that sugar water right now. It's just too full. All right, so hive number 1. Don't forget, it's a really good idea in case there's a storm, put your brick on top. Always have some kind of weight on top. All right, so now that I made another mess, okay, I'm gonna move these bricks over here right now. So hive number 6 is all set. Update on hive number 6, so I have it from my records. I saw a lot of eggs in there. I saw Ethel. She needs to be marked again for next time I see her. She's doing fantastic. And I put on a nice frame of a super that's somewhat drawn. So these guys are going to be starting to make honey for me pretty quickly. Good deal. That's the way it should be. All right, so now, and I've got oil dripping, I'm going to take this wax and put it over here. Now, next project. Let's take a look at our little pink nook here, or nuke. Now what I did when it was raining, the last 2 days, it was raining quite heavily. So what I did is I started moving these nukes from the benches about 2 to 3 feet at a time, so that when I got to the point where I have my queen in there and she's laying and everything, when I go to move her, all of my worker bees wouldn't get confused and I would actually lose them. So we don't want to lose our worker bees. Best time to move your hives is when the worker bees aren't out. So like at night, you know, in the evening, not night, but in the evening, and also in the early morning. So that way your worker bees aren't out yet. And I hope you guys can see. I think you can. The sun's on the screen. So anyway, I'm going to open up this hive. Let me grab my smoker again. This is the pink nuke. So I'm going to go ahead and smoke the front of the pink nuke. And I'm going to do the yellow one at the same time here. And that's just because they're all together. I'll put my smoker down on the brick on the ground there. I don't want to set it on the carpet, and you probably couldn't figure out why. So we're not going to do that. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see if you can see. You can see me. The sun is really beating down on everything. It's really, really hard to tell if you can see. I hope I'm getting good shots for you guys. All right, let's go ahead and go in here. Now again, we are looking for a queen. We are looking for eggs. Let's see, a queen, eggs. It's getting hot and I'm starting to not be able to think. Or a virgin queen, any of the above. So I'm not seeing anything there. They haven't drawn that yet. And you know, they have to have a lot of young bees to be able to draw comb, because those are the bees that actually draw the comb. So let's see here. See, what I've been doing is I've been going into my hives a little bit more often because of the fact that I want to equalize my hives as best I can. That's why one reason why I just put all those brood frame into that nuke. That, and I don't want them to abscond because if they don't have a queen, because they don't have brood in there. So I don't see a virgin queen or a queen in here. And all I'm seeing in there is like nectar. So they're storing things up. Okay, so there's a queen cup there if you can see it. I don't know if you're in screen, but I hope so. There's one right there and there's one right there. But they're not charged. And you know, people have been talking about how the terminology is throwing them just a little bit. And what I'm saying when I'm telling you that the cup is not charged or the cell is not charged, that means that there is no egg in it, no larva, so they are not making a queen. Now, remember the last you saw, we had all of these. See these here? These are all chewed out. So that tells me most likely they have a virgin queen in here. So I'm looking for her. She could be out on her mating flight. I do not see any eggs. But there's a queen somewhere around here. So I see a bunch of drones in here. No eggs. Let's see how we're doing with a brood frame. I would think within the next probably 6 days we should have a queen in here and laying like crazy. But we'll see. So there's lots of pollen in here, or I should say bee bread, because they're mixing it with the saliva, and bee bread is more they feed it to the babies, and it's more of a slimy texture looking type pollen compared to when they just store the pollen. It doesn't look shiny or anything when you just store pollen. I don't think I'm seeing a queen here. All right, but again, it's been raining for 2 days. And it's a big possibility that these queens today are actually out on their mating flights. Okay, so I see no brood in this one either, which isn't great. So that means that it would be a good idea for me to find one brood frame from hive number 7 that's right next to us and stick it in here. We got to be careful though, because if we get too much of a population in here, they'll want to swarm. So we've got to be careful of that too. So I'm thinking, no, I'm just going to let it go. I'm going to leave it be, because we don't have much more time until this actually turns into a queen right situation. Everything with beekeeping is timing. It's very interesting. All right, so I'm going to leave this one open for right this minute, and I'm going to go to the yellow nuke right next to it. And I want to peek in there. I got to move some stuff around here because I've got other things on top. I want to peek in there and check the same situation so that I don't have to open up another hive again, because I might be able to pull what I need from 7 if they both need help. So let's go ahead, see if I can get you into a spot where you can see this hive. Now I'm sitting right in front of this other hive. Not good. All right. Have to be quick, because the guard bees in that other hive are not going to like this. None of the bees in the other hive will like this. I am right in front of their entrance. So I wouldn't be surprised if they started to decide to not like me at all. Let's see. This one's a little bit harder to get into because I'm kind of cockeyed from it, position-wise. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to go behind it. Slide my chair back there, and that way I won't be in front of that hive. There we go. Now, let's see here. Still kind of weird. It'd be better if these hives were sideways. Yeah, it's not good to see how I'm pulling against this and it's starting to move this. It's not a really good idea to pry against your box, because eventually that will mess up your box. I need my hook. I've got the wrong hive tool here. I don't think I have a choice. I'm really stuck. Really, really, really stuck. Okay. Look at all those bees. Alright, what do we got here? Oh wow, that's weird. We got something that looks almost like a black pollen here. That is different. I wonder what that is. Let's see if it give you guys a shot. It actually looks like it's the foundation board, but it isn't. It's built out, so it's actually some kind of a black pollen. Alright, so I am looking for a virgin queen, a queen, or eggs. Of which I am not seeing here. Let me double check. Alright, let's set you right here. And keep going. So this one has a ton of brood, or a ton of bees in it. A ton. Come on, there's got to be some eggs. Please. Oh, guys. I am seeing larvae. We have a queen. So we have a queen in the yellow nuke. Fabulous. See if we can locate her. I knew this hive couldn't be this populated without there being a queen. That is great news. So we have one more hive that is queen right. Oh yeah, there's larvae in here. Great news. Do not see her anyplace. So this is what I've been waiting for. Oh yeah, there's 1 day old eggs. Yeah. Good job. Fantastic. So let me see if I can get my stuff out in case I find her. Great job, huh? Yay! We got another one that's queen right. I'm so excited. My clip. What else do I need? So this year's color is white. Every year the queens are marked with a different color so that you can differentiate what year they were born, so you know how old your queens are. And this year it's white. So I got my white marker out here. I've got my little contraption, and I just sort of put the queen in there, and then I'll slide this little slide over the top so she's in, and push that little foam piece up, and then I'll mark her through the grid, pull it back down, and open it up. And I wish you were here so she doesn't get away. Sometimes it takes two people because a lot of times they like to fly away. We've caught two of them on the ground. Open this marker up and set it aside. Hopefully the other ones just stay away from it so they don't end up marked. Okay, Queen, where are you? Let's see if we can find her. Even my roosters, my neighbor's roosters are excited about the Queen. You hear them? They're celebrating over there. Woo-hoo-hoo. See a nice big drone. Oh, this is great news. Oh yeah, this whole frame. Oh, there's 1-day-old eggs in here. It is all laid. Fabulous. So, what are they doing here? Okay, just building some wax. Oh, this is really great. And I gotta try to find her because it's so much easier to find them when they're in the nukes than when you get them into a full hive. Because then they explode with tons of bees. And then you're looking through 100 times more bees than you would be now. Now guys, do yourselves a favor. Do not mark. Hey, stay back. John, take him back. Hey, Bill. He just had somebody show up here. I don't want him too close. Okay, where are you? Hey, Bill. You're Bill, right? Frank. Okay. You're not allergic to bees, right?
What's that?
Are you allergic to bees?
No.
Okay.
It's done a million times.
I just want to make sure because I don't want you getting hurt.
No, yeah. I was a painter.
Okay, just want to make sure. Double checking for safety. Whenever anybody shows up on your property while you're working your bees, make sure that they are not allergic to bees and they know there's a threat or not a threat, but a possibility that they could get stung. Just out of, I haven't seen this gentleman in quite a few years. He used to come to our fruit stand that we had out front, so I kind of forgot his name. But a lot of people came to our fruit stand, so. And we got some cups here. Again, not charged because we have a queen, so really they don't even need these anymore. So I'm just going to give them a little squunch. There's definitely a queen here somewheres. Okay, where are you? Not so far, but there's definitely a queen in here because there's eggs. So I might have to go through again. I can't find her. Hopefully she's an easy one to mark when I do find her. Where are you, big mama? Oh, they just found my face. Didn't get stung, but they're starting to buzz around my face. They do not want me in here. Alright, we'll just look down in the box a little bit. All right, one more check through. But like I said, we got a queen now, so this one's going to be exploding with population. So we got to get this thing into a big box here tonight or today sometime. Now I've already got it in position because this hive is going to actually stand right where this one is right now. But I think I'd rather move, you know, because I move that hive, as in even the color, it might throw them off just a little bit, all those worker bees that are out. So I'm absolutely not sure on that. I would think they'd be able to smell their queen's pheromone, but until I find that queen, look at that big drone, huge drone right there in the middle, a couple of them. Okay, they're clumping up pretty good right there. What's happening there? I don't see her. Okay, there's no eggs on this one at all. So most likely, she's in that next frame. She could be a jumper too. A lot of them they don't like the light, so they'll jump down into the bottom of the hive. All right, my bet is she is on this frame, or that other one probably. Come on, I want to see you. Make my day, because I am getting really hot. I just squished one. At least it didn't sting me. That's what I like about these gloves. When you start to accidentally squish a bee, you can feel them vibrate under your fingers. And when they vibrate, you put your hand away really quick. And yeah, there's a ton of eggs in here. Come on, where are you? This one's really full. Come on, queen. Where are you? I know you're here. Man, I wish I could find her. I would think that she'd be on this one, this side or the other side. I'm blowing on them just a little bit because they don't like the carbon dioxide. And what happens is they'll move away from you. But they're trying to keep all this brood warm. That's why they put their bodies over it. All right. She might be on her own here. I just really would like to find her because it makes it so much easier before I introduce her to a big hive. But she is actually, this one would be actually one of Ethel's daughters. So again, she's a fantastic layer. So she lays tons of eggs. And that's exactly what I'm seeing here. All right. I'm not seeing her, but I know she's here. So And there's a ton of bees that are just sort of hanging out on the inside of this, on the side itself. So I'm going to move all you guys this way. I'm rearranging the furniture on you, sorry. And well, at least they're really nice bees. Very, very calm. I've only had one buzz around my face the whole time I was in here. And I've actually got 2 hives open right now. So these are really good bees. It's the kind I want. Alright, so I'm going to slide these ones down here nice and slow so that the bees have time to move. I don't hurt anybody or make anybody upset. There you go, girls. Alright, so we have a queen somewhere in there. That's really cool. Alright, so let me put my cap on my pen. Couldn't find her. Can't find her. She's in there though. Alright, so this hive is going to have to be moved to, I wish I could have found the queen because I could have put the queen inside of this new, the hive that they're sitting on, and then they all just would have went in. That would have made life real easy. Alright, so I guess my next project is to get all these bees off the edge. My smoker's still going. You did a great job with that. All these guys to go off the edge here so I don't hurt them. Because I got to put the top back on. We don't want to squish them. Come on, everybody get out of the way. In or out. Look at them all running inside. Go in, go in, go in. Come on, guys, move it. You're going to go in, go in. All right. So I'm going to put this on, and I'm going to slowly let it down so they can get off this back corner. All right, hive. Nuke number, what is that? Our yellow nuke has a queen. So we're really in a good shape there. Now, that's interesting that they're doing that at the back corner. They're very confused because I've got so many hives open right now. But I have to open another one. All right, so let's go ahead and open number 7. Hopefully that works for camera-wise. And open this one up. I'm going to see if I can find one frame of eggs to stick into our, let's see, I have 2 over here. Sorry, not thinking so straight. It's getting extremely warm. I think I'm getting to the point where I'm going to have to get out of this soon. Getting very, very warm. Thought process is starting to go. Too hot. Let's see how we're doing this one. Let's give them a little bit of smoke. So in this hive, I am going to look for one frame of brood. to put into that. Okay, so they're starting to draw that out nice. So that's good. All right. Move this off the top. Set that out of the way. And we'll move this down. This is hive number 7. This is the one that we found a queen in last time. And I marked her. So I believe that we had moved the queen from hive number 4 into this one accidentally. And but it worked out great because we found her and she's doing real well in here. And they've already got a super on and they're already starting to fill it up. They're doing really good. Look at that. So I'm going to move quickly through this because I'm getting extremely warm. So I'm just looking for a frame that doesn't have my marked queen on it and it has brood on it. And there's 1 day old eggs in this one, so I don't want to take that when it's too young. I want to see more brood and maybe a couple. Okay, there's some older stuff, but I do want to have a few. Man, that's beautiful. Yeah, I'm gonna hold off on that one for a second. Let me see what else I can find in here. Oh, these bees are fighting down here. Let me grab this. Put it near their own entrance. Alright, so I don't have any more. Okay, this will work. This has got some brood on it. It's also got a bunch of eggs. Now I don't want to move this queen, so I'm going to do this. And I'm going to look. Make sure I don't have my queen. Alright, so now I'm going to move this frame. Okay, now I'm put that into hive number, or the pink nuke. And I'm going to put the lid back on the pink nuke. So, that keeps them going. Now, I am going to move all these in toward the center. These bees are doing fantastic. This hive probably can end up sharing with some of the new hives very shortly here. So I need to find another frame that's not drawn to stick in here, which is right here. Fabulous. All right. So let's go ahead and put that super back on top. Go. We put some space on both sides. We'll put the lid on here. Move you guys up just a little bit so you see what I'm doing. You see how there's the hole in the middle here. I'm going to put this feeder on here. And how this feeder works is there's a little dome inside of here that the sugar water can't go too high so they don't drown. There's a little hole in the bottom. I'm going to line that hole up here. Actually using one of my feeder boards from last year and using it upside down so nothing can come in from that top. So let me go ahead and put my sugar water in there. Grab that. That way they can draw out that comb a lot faster. Okay, yeah, I've got to stop after this one. I'm getting a little tipsy, as in dizzy, not from drinking. Never have done that. Just way too hot. I think if I come back out today, I got to put on my vest. I've got a cooling vest. I didn't put it on this time because I wanted it for this afternoon when it's even hotter. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to cool down. And then I'll shoot another video later. All right. Put on the top of number 7. So let's just go through what we did. So I have a video of what's going on. Blue nuke over here, which I made a huge mess on top. Oh, there's a breeze. Might be able to stay out a little longer if there's a breeze. What is going on with this? That's looking pretty gross. All right. So blue nuke underneath there. No queen cells. Most likely has a virgin queen. No eggs. No larvae. I took a frame of Ethel's brood, put it in there, so that if they still don't have a queen, they can make one. And otherwise, they won't abscond because they have brood. Because of Ethel. Pink nuke. No eggs. No larvae. And I put a frame in from hive number 7 that has eggs and larvae in case they need to make a queen still and haven't. Yellow nuke can be moved probably tonight onto that board that it's on and just start building up a hive, move all those frames in so we don't lose our workers. Hive number 6 has our wonderful queen Ethel in it. She's doing phenomenal. They have drawn out some of the super. They have sugar water on them, which I have to refill every 2 days until they have that super drawn out, which means built out with comb. And this hive, man, she's doing fantastic. So she's caught, or probably just about caught, Ethel in production. So that's fantastic. That's our update on all of our hives that are down in the garden. So thanks for being with me, guys. You're all awesome. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for following. And have a great day. Be happy.